research and due diligence before investing in any company. The information I provide is in no way or manner a professional suggestion to purchase shares in any publicly traded company. I am not licensed to provide financial advice, and this should be considered entertainment. These stock profiles are intended to be trading ideas, a starting point for research. Any individual who chooses to invest in any securities should do so with caution. Investing in securities is speculative and carries a high degree of risk. You may lose some or all the money that is invested. Always research your own investments and consider consulting with a registered investment advisor or a licensed stockbroker before investing. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's your boy Sal, man, back up in the building. Today, Wednesday show. I don't typically do a Wednesday show. But you guys know we've been having like 2 weeks. What's going on, Joel Flores? Who else is in the building? Barry Parker. What's good, Barry Parker? Bruce Cole. TGO 213. Grown Man. What's good, man? Ace V. What's going on, everybody? People slowly come into the chat room. Ladies and gentlemen, today is Wednesday. This is episode number 102. I titled the name of the show is Gold Bouncing Back because gold is up like 6 points since like 7 o'clock. I don't know what's going on in the world, but gold is moving higher, man. We're almost about to touch 7 points here in a minute. So I'm not sure what's affecting the price of gold right now after hours. But that looks good for all the ETF players out there, all the people who love these small penny stocks involved in gold. So I'm watching that very carefully, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. Yes, indeed. What's going on, Donzel? Yeah, a little change up, man. This is, one of those beats you just kind of, lay back in the Bentley with. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed, man. So let's go ahead and get the show started. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see here, because I'm wondering, I don't know why gold is up so high right now. But I'm liking it, though. I'm definitely liking what I see right now in gold, and I'm watching the chart on investing.com. Investing.com has got a live chart, and by the way, if you don't have it, let me give you the link so you can always keep abreast on the prices of these commodities out there. Investing.com, I just put it in the chat room, so you're able to keep abreast of where these commodity prices are at and where the futures market is at, because what the futures market is doing determines how aggressive of a morning we have, in the big indices. All right. Crazy day. Some of the stocks we looked at was pretty nice. Shout out to Big Shag, man. Big Shag. He called Arry, ARRY, and it was on our list, and that took off, man. That really took off. Arry was on our list, and I always do the scan of the list because a lot of people, again, I've said this many times, people call into the show, hey, look at this stock, and they don't understand how sometimes they just get it right, man. They just get it right. It was a huge move for Arry. Not the cheapest stock in the world, but, a good 7% move for Arry. So shout out to Big Shaq for that, man. Shout out Big Shaq for that. What's going on, Ryan Gets It? You say he's still on the flight? My man Ryan gets it on his G6. Yes, indeed. What's going on, One Truth? Yes, indeed, One Truth. Appreciate it. Money State Woke. What's good, man? Mace Engel. What's going on, man? Yes, indeed. What's the dilly? Stock Diva. Hello. What's going on, Josh Cali Girl? Hello. You closed your gold call on Goro? On Goro? What do you mean on Goro? Cali Girl? Trading Jedi. Yeah, you got to be on your commodities, man. You got to watch these commodities because the way these commodities move, right, does determine the way many of these small caps that have products and services that are based off these commodities, how aggressive they run during the day. When gold is up, small cap gold stocks are up. Small cap silver stocks are up. Yeah, the commodity prices are everything. You got to watch that. That's where you get those really, big small term gains that you can get in and out of. Many of you guys are affected by the PDT rule. So, you want to be able to understand that you've got about three, day trades you can make in a 5 day period. So you're looking at possibly Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's what I was doing. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And you're making, you're planning, the way you trade that way. Or if you wanted to day trade for that, or if you're swing trading, you would do it that way where you swing and you make a decision on Monday that hopefully by Friday you'll be in, some good green. GoRo, is GoRo a stock? Gold res, yeah, it is actually okay. It is a stock. I'm thinking GoPro. I was thinking GoPro. Yeah, I think GoPro would have been a really nice play if you hadn't closed it. Shout out to Cali Girl, man. Shout out to Cali Girl for that one, man. Yeah, shout out to Cali Girl for GoPro. Shout out to Cali Girl for GoPro. Yeah. I mean, it went sideways today, toward the end of the day. And again, I'm looking as the charts on gold kind of went sideways as well. But overall, you had a pretty decent day until it kind of came back against you. But it looks like the stock was at one point up as high as almost 3 to 4% for the day before cooling down after 2 o'clock. But not bad, not bad. Why? I mean, there's nothing there, Sam Wolf. Nothing there, man. Besides jealous people trying to keep you down. Yeah, shout out to Cali Girl, man. Shout out to Cali Girl for that. Yeah, made good money over the course of 2 days. That's a nice little chart over 2 days. I mean, you gained almost 50 cents a share, actually 60 cents a share over the course of about 2 days in GoRo. So shout out to Cali Girl for that one. In fact, let me give her one of DJ Clues' bombs right here, man. Shout out to her for that one. One more than yes, indeed. Yeah. Yeah, she definitely deserves that. Definitely deserves that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, trading Jedi. Every day trade has to count. Sideways move. I was really watching the chart today of MJNA. MJNA. I thought you'd be back in green today. Sideways day. For 3%, loss in the stock. For a penny stock this cheap, that's a sideways day. I'll take 3% any day. You can make that up any day in a stock like MJNA. So I'm foreseeing if we have another red day tomorrow in MJNA, then I'd be a little bit concerned. I'd be a little bit concerned today. But I love the fact that we had some buyers come back in again. We I don't know where this dumping is coming from. This dumping is kind of insane. But we've got money picking that up every single time. I'm following that GetScans Twitter account. And, I mean, they're just buying those dips like crazy. I mean, huge. 200, 300,000 share positions. They're eating up those dips. They are just eating them up. So something is coming down the pipeline. And, big money believes in it. But these declines do have me a little bit concerned. But I'd love to see the stock end the week in some green. So I'm hoping that's tomorrow or by the end of the week. We see MJNA return to hopefully, I want to say 16, 15, 16, just to be on the safe side. T-Log, who brought up T-Log just now? Ryan Gets It. Said you made some money on the T-Log trade. Yeah, T-Log was another spiker. Again, if you're able to catch these, and these happen, anywhere between 2 to 3 times a week where you're going to have these stocks that just kind of explode like this. That's why when people tell me, man, the PDT rule, you don't really, if you really know what you're doing and you're a day trader type guy, I mean, you just like to day trade in and out, and you want to be able to kind of scalp and go in big and come out, just wait for setups like this. I mean, you have setups like this where, if you know how to play this chart, and the way you play this chart is either you're shorting after the pullback, right? You're shorting the overbought position, or you're waiting for that first pullback and buying the dip for it to return back to overbought, right? Because in these situations, you're always going to have a dip within the first, maybe, I don't know, 30, 35 minutes. You're going to have one or two. And you can find that oversold position on that good news and then write it back into an overbought position. All right. Obviously, I would never hold something like this. I mean, you would never hold anything like this. This is a chart we've seen here how many times now? I mean, how many tickers can we pull up that look exactly like this? I mean, we can go on and on and on. We've seen this now several times during the trading day. Let me go back to my arrow here. There you go. The crosshairs. I use the crosshairs during the day, but we can pull up dozens of charts like that. Dozens and dozens of charts, and they all set up very similar. So if you only got 3 day trades to do, you can just wait for setups just like this. Wait for setups just like this. Your scanner has to be on point, though. Your scanner has to be on point because you got to be able to catch these early. You got to be able to catch these early and move quickly. All right, because they do move very similarly. Timmons Gold Corp, TGD, 7% gain today on the stock. Again, this is another one of those gold plays, which is interesting that this rose 7% because, let me see here. The ETF was up somewhat. Let me use this screen to see where GLD was at. What was GLD was up less than 1%, 1/3%. But right now the futures is down. Right now we're down on the futures. But yeah, man, I'm still watching gold up, about to touch 7 points right now. And you do see that, where when gold is up pretty heavy. Okay, we just crossed 7 points now. We just crossed 7 points in gold. We just crossed 7 points just now in gold. We're at 1172. Now, whether that holds into the morning, that's going to be interesting to see. That's going to be interesting to see where we see if that holds into the morning. BTCS by June can pass 50. Yeah, BTCS, again, BTCS was, a call that I made maybe a week and a half ago. I wouldn't be touching it now. I think, let's find the floor. If you haven't played BTCS before, find the floor. Right now we got some profit taking. We got individuals who are in it and have been in it for some time, and they're enjoying all this newfound volume to the stock. And by all means, they're doing what any smart investor would do. I mean, they've doubled up, tripled up their money. They're, giving it to the bag holders like they should. And, the stock is going down. Eventually, the stock will find a floor. And if it gets back to those lows, BTCS, I mean, if it even dares to touch these lows, BTCS is a situation where you grab and hold on tight. Now, somebody had mentioned in the chat room, though, that the stock is planning a reverse split. Okay, it looks like I'm seeing some amendments here, so that could possibly be true. So look into that. Long term. What's going on? Lots, LOTS. Lots. Are you talking about big lots? Big lots? Oh, I don't think you're talking about big lots. TGD, BPMX, Barry Parker, Biopharmax. Biopharmax is one I keep an eye on. I keep an eye on Biopharmax. Nice little decent 2-cent move today. Nothing special there. TNXP. I never saw that coming. I really honestly never saw that coming. This is a stock that's done very well over the last, couple days, 2 trading days here. Not necessarily sure why. I do see they got that breakthrough therapy designation for a PTSD drug. But it started the news came out today, but the increase started, last week, that last trading day before the holiday. So obviously the news had kind of gotten out that was coming down the pipeline, and some people got the word before others. But TNXP, 15% gain today in the stock. I'm going to put that on the list for us to watch. I'm going to actually put that on a list for that to watch because I want to see. Typically, news like that isn't strong enough for multiple days, but you know, with a stock this cheap, you just never know. You never know on a stock this cheap. But yeah, Ryan, that BTCS 50 by June, that's pretty aggressive. I mean, if we're talking about, you know, a reverse split, you know, we'll see. But 50 cents by June, that's quite aggressive. And IHD. But if you believe in it, man, I believe in it. You know, just give me a reason why. Just give me a reason why. All right. Let me see here. Yeah, I think I forgot my text here, right? I forgot my little. Let me see here. 305 600 2896. I forgot my call-in show, my call show number, guys. Let me put that out here. Set that up somewhere here in the chat room. Just give me a second to set this up. Let me set that up somewhere right here. There you go. That's the call-in number. That is the call-in number, 305 600 2896. Definitely call up if you got a hot stock for us, all right? If you got a hot stock for us. No bullshit, please. Let me see here. URG, what you got? UR Energy, 57 cents a share, 6.5%. Uranium. You know, this has been on the move. I'm actually quite, yeah, this is a stock that was on our list. I think it was on our list last night, right? No, it was another uranium play, URRE. So URG, another one of those penny uranium plays. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. You can't be in every sector and every stock, but here's the 5-day chart in URG. What's the primary trend look like? Okay, so overall pretty bearish for most of the year since June, well, since about June, but it looks like something has definitely changed here since the end of November. You're up almost 16 cents a share since November 25th in URG. Would have been a very nice hold for somebody there. So let's see what's going on here. Just broke the 200 here on the 1-year chart. Where are we at on the 5-day? Okay, on the 5-day, we're above the 200 as well. So there's confirmation right there that there is a definitely change in momentum going on in URG when you're able to switch into different time horizons and you're seeing confirmation of that 200-day moving average being broken and going higher here. All right, see, it's really nice. We're in that really nice, that 58 cents, breaking that recent high. That 1219 recent high. So that's going to be interesting to watch URG tomorrow. So I'm definitely going to put that on our list tomorrow as well. See if that moves aggressively tomorrow, if commodities really breaks higher as much as we think it's going to be as we continue to watch gold move higher. Okay, I'm watching. Let's see if it holds. That's the only problem, is that sometimes in the middle of the night you'll see it going higher, but then we get kind of suspect in terms of it, you know, cooling down as U.S. markets become get ready to open up. Yeah, so I got that marked at that 58 level because that looks like that's a very interesting breakout price for the stock. And matter of fact, let's just check real quick on that other uranium stock. By the way, again, you know, we did really well on that. URRE wasn't one that I checked. But URRE was another one that was on our list last night. This was on our list last night. But, you know, one that I was not looking at. I was not looking at. URRE, 15% gain on the stock today alone. 15% gain on the stock today alone on URRE. You know, yeah, our list of pretty powerful stuff, man. Our list of pretty powerful stuff. MBOT, Microbot, Med. Don't know what this company is about. And 1% gain today, although that chart looks like it did more than we think it did. What did it do today? Nice little day chart. Okay, this is where we kind of lost steam at. All right, so it looked like it opened up. Is that going into today? Yeah, it opened up lower. It looks like somebody wanted to exit out of a position. They got out, and the market said, okay, fuck you. We're going to keep going here. And the good times have been rolling for the last 2 days in the stock. So MBOT, it's kind of expensive though, man. At $7 a share, you can't really get the position that you really want in stocks like this, that make it worthwhile. I love these stocks that you guys come up with that are like under $1, under two, under 4 or 5. Maybe for the stocks that move like the pennies were, like the AMDs of the world. We loved AMD when it was moving like a penny stock. Now it's slowed up a little bit. This is a stock that I'm following. It's just not breaking up these walls here. I'm continuing to follow AMD, but now it's moving like, an established stock. You know what I'm saying? Established companies move just really slow and laggard. But we love these higher price stocks when they move like the pennies do, when they're putting up big percentage moves. But when they start moving 2-3% like that, fuck it. It's just not worth your time because you're not buying them at large enough of a position to make it worth your while. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're a position, a trader, or you're swinging it for several weeks at a time. IRG moved 46%. Don't know the reason why. Thank you, Chevy Nova, for that, sir. IRG Ignite Restaurant Group. Yeah, huge move today, but just overall, it's got a very beautiful chart here. Just, again, this is why I love the 200-day moving average, because I just love the fact that these stocks respect that line for whatever reason. And it allows me to really kind of determine where trends are, what's really going on here. And I mean, you want to talk about a beautiful start to the year. IRG, I mean, goodness gracious, you're almost doubled your money. You've almost doubled your money since the first in the stock, man. Look at that. Shout out to IRG. Man. Let me give them a yodel. Yeah, started the year at 50 cents a share. We're at 92 cents a share. 46% alone of those gained today. So shout out to IRG. Not sure what the move is there. Obviously, we missed it yesterday. But we did not miss it today. So we'll see what is going on there. I hate the fact that we're catching it on this, almost vertical launch pad here. That already lets you know that there's going to be a pullback here. I'll probably wait for that. That could happen as soon as tomorrow. You would probably want to verify why it's running like this first, so we can determine whether or not a pullback is either seriously a pullback for continued gains moving higher, or it could be the end of whatever has been going on. Yeah, very nice chart. FXI call. Ryan, what's your strike price? FXI February 17th. What's your strike price? Let me see here. You got an FXI. Must not be a very popular stock here. FXI. Okay. So it's an ETF China. It's taking forever. There we go to find the chart. There we go. Found the chart. iShares large cap ETF. Okay. All right. So this is the China ETF. All right. Yeah, I mean China. Yeah, you mean looks like it's been doing very well. What's your strike 37 strike price? Okay. Why not? I mean, it looks like it can get there. What's the let me see, what's that intermediate trend look like over 6 months? I think you can get there. 37. Okay, when I look at this, now it looks like there's a little bit left to chance here when I pull it out the 6-month chart. But very aggressive couple days in the stock. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. FXI and 772. Treasure Hunter, what's up, man?
What's up, Sal? What's happening?
Hey, what you checking up on today?
Well, I've been holding on to Ford. Ford's been giving me pretty good gains lately. Been holding on to him for a couple of days.
It's so funny that you bring up Ford because we had an investor on. I keep forgetting this guy's name because I want to keep bringing him on his name onto the show. But he labeled Ford as one of the best stocks for 2017. If you
No
don't,
doubt, no
yeah,
doubt.
yeah. If you don't know, Ford's corporate bonds got upgraded from junk status to institutional or institutional grade, which is about, I want to say, double A or triple A. So the
Awesome.
financial situation at Ford is definitely changing, and this is a stock that's always been kind of one of those laggards, though. I mean, for instance, the 52-week high is only 1422, and it hasn't done that much over a large period. Let me see here. Even if I put out the 5-year chart, over 5 years, it was, the highest was what, 2014. It touched about 18. So I'm curious, what what do you see you getting out of this?
Man, long as you keep giving me games, I'm good, you know.
Yeah.
And I think I bought into it since the market opened when it was Tuesday or something like that.
Uh huh.
Yeah, and ever since then, I've been looking, and I think I paid about like $11 or 11, 12, something like that for it.
Okay.
It was pretty low, and now what I'm saying, it closed the day and it was like $13,
Yeah. Yeah.
and still climbing.
Yeah.
I'm
This
like,
is
I gotta hit my boy Salif about this, you know.
Yeah, yeah. This is an unusually aggressive day for the stock. I guess today we got some,
And it
some
never
auto
did that before
sales.
back in the past, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I
I've been
mean,
watching it.
some good auto sales numbers came out these last couple days. Even though housing applications for mortgages were all down toward the end of the year, automotive sales have always been kind of those stock, that sector that kind of, for whatever reason, even during hard times, can kind of find its way to sustain itself. So the
Yeah,
numbers prove that Ford and GM and many of the other auto manufacturers have been doing really well.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And another one I bought today was ESEA.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So
Yeah, on those chips.
EC. Yeah. EC. These are the stocks to watch when the
Mhm.
Baltic Dry Index is going crazy, or they just kind of
Yeah,
go
yeah.
insane.
I get my
So
bet in now, you know.
yeah, yeah. This is one of those stocks where, when it does start to creep up like that, which it has been doing by
Uh,
the chart here, you kind of always got to keep abreast, because it always seems like you're not sure which one is going to lead the pack when it does explode,
I
though.
know,
Because
bro. I got my money on this one, bro. ESEA. I think it might do it because
it
last
could
time
be.
it did it in top or not
Yeah, because
top.
I mean, I don't know what the float
The
is
one of
on
the
this
chips.
one. Yeah, I don't know what the float is on this one, and I don't know if it's as small as dries or GLBS or
Dry
these,
chips. That's what it
yeah,
was.
dry
Yeah,
ships.
last
You're
time
right.
this one ran
But
dry.
this one, as you
Yeah.
can see, I pulled up the 6-month chart here back in November. It did some things too. I mean, 700%
Mhm.
over the course of 2 days. So,
Yeah.
yeah, man, I think we all remember what this stock can do, and I wouldn't put against this stock doing something as well.
Mhm. And my 00 play, I'm still not doing bad in that one. Also, the I'm sorry, IVFZF is still doing pretty good, hanging in there.
IVF, right?
Yep,
V.
IVF
Yeah, this is
ZF.
that one weird one that you play.
One of my undergrounds.
Yeah, yeah. So another
Yeah.
weird day in the stock where it just did some wacky numbers. I don't know what's going on with that.
For
We'll see what
sure, man.
happens.
You already know what time it is. Underground, baby. Get your bets in, man. You know
There
what
it
I'm saying?
is, man. There it is.
But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Just watch it. You know what I'm saying. What I'm saying, cash here. But it was one of my camping. You know what I'm saying. One of my campers.
Oh, we're gonna keep watching. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's for sure.
There it is, man. That's what plays, man. Treasure hunter.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call,
Yeah.
man.
Anytime, sir.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Treasure Hunter for the call. Shout out to Treasure Hunter for the call. Let me give him the little MJ.
Jordan to the crossover. Yes.
Yes, all day, all day. Appreciate that, Treasure Hunter. Appreciate the call. ETRM, what is that by Mr. AS? ETRM. Barry Parker, I see your calls too, man. I'm about to look that up. Let me see here. ETRM, 11% gain on the stock today. I'm not sure this is turnaround just yet. When I see, very bearish moves like this after a huge spike, not too long ago, toward the end of last year, the stock really took off on some good news. And sure enough, of course, they retired some convertible notes, which is good news for the stock, but I'm just still not a fan yet, man, of ETRM. Just not a fan yet. I'm not sure if the turnaround is real just yet. Not sure if the turnaround is real just yet. What's going on? Appreciate that, Sino. Car orders in on Ford if you have a small account. Yeah. I think if you got a small account, I would look at Ford. And Ryan, is it pretty liquid though? Ford options pretty liquid? I'm not sure how liquid they are though. Let me see. MLNK. Moodus Link Global Solutions. NASDAQ company won to 84.22, 13% gain on the stock today. On MLNK 1358. I like that chart toward the end of the day, toward the end of the year there. That's not bad. What does the 5-day look like? 5-day looks very impressive. 5-day looks very impressive. And I see some articles in here going back as far as almost a month ago, letting people know if it's a good stock to buy. Letting people know it's a good stock to buy. I'd like to know a little bit more about the company. Who brought this up? Rush Zeal. Hey, Rush Zeal, if you know anything more about the company, give us a call, man. Give us a call and let us know what's the deal with Modus Link. Modus Link Global, 13% gain on the stock. Overall, it's been pretty much, quite quiet. So let us know what's been going on and what's special with these last 2 days. All right, SNMX, Sonomics, 22% gain on the stock again today. Man, gotta love these pennies, right? Gotta love these stocks under $5 a share, man. Another aggressive day for the stock. And that kind of came out of nowhere because I did come on the chart yesterday. And looking at the stock yesterday, you would have never expected this. Obviously, though, probably could have saw those bands tightening there. Because you try to find out, why did I miss that? Why was this not on the radar? And again, I don't believe there's any indicator or any chart scanner that is Bollinger Band. That's is there a Bollinger Band scanner? Let me just Google that really. Let me see. Bollinger Band scanner. Is there a Bollinger Band scanner out there? I'm actually seeing a few. Okay, market in and out. Penetrated, Bollinger Band touched. All right, so it's basically giving you, but market in and out, I think it's like $40 a month or some bullshit like that. Let me see here if you can find. Of course, what is this? Bollinger Band bars, deviation, Bollinger Band scanner. Let's see, can I start the scan? All right, so there are a few scanners out there. I'd have to play with it a little bit to see how legit they are. There are a few scans, but you try not to have to pay for shit, because there's so many little fake ass gadgets they're always trying to sell you to help you. Yeah, make you a better trader. And there's some things that are good, but some of it is just a lot of bullshit. Just a lot of bullshit out there to get you to spend your money. And what's crazy is that it's never a situation where it's a lifetime, like, hey, I buy it, I own it lifetime. They want you to pay every month or every fucking 6 months or once a year. I mean, just give me the fucking product. If I bought the product, give it to me. Why do I have to pay you every 6 months or every month? It's just annoying as hell when it comes to these, investment products. Oconex, if I want the update, I'll pay for the fucking update, but give it to me as is if I bought it. Because, a lot of times they want you to pay for an update and all that other bullshit too. Ocongenix Pharmaceuticals, 7% gain today. Don't know much about this company either, but I love the fact that it's cheap. I love all these cheap bio plays if they're low float. I love them all if they're low float. I'm not sure what the float is on this, but I love them all if they're low float. I hate these biotech plays that, got a ton of shares out there which are basically just paper scams. OGXI Select Start, you're saying that's your next pick? All right, I'll be watching it, man. I'll be watching it. In fact, let me go ahead and add an alert to it right now. I'm gonna add an alert at I'll let it go to 60, and then send me an SMS, and I'll get a text message if it does hit. I'll get a text message if it hits. MadScan is a free real-time scanner. You can set to your MadScan. Okay, appreciate that. MadScan, free real-time stock scanner and stock screener alerts. Okay, and it's absolutely free. Absolutely free. Real-time stock scanner allowing traders to watch the entire marketplace at once. Set your own trading criteria. Get notified with real-time alerts. Not bad. And it's absolutely free, or it's free and then you kind of pay for extras. Okay, yeah, I do see here you kind of pay for extras where you get a pro version, right? What comes with the pro version? There's the free version, standard, and then there's elite. Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. $74.99 a month, $174.99 a month. And don't get me wrong, if you're winning, you know what I'm saying? I guess $174 a month ain't shit. But me, with the mentality of a penny trader sometimes, and it's something that I'm wearing off. I'm trying to wear off. I'm looking at $175 a month, and I'm thinking like, man, you know what I can turn that into if I catch a good pump? You know what I can, turn that into? You know how many shares of a triple that is, and the potential profit that can turn around into? Let me see here. OWCP. And besides the fact that I just don't want to pay $180 fucking dollars a month. You know what I'm saying? You see, OWCP. OWCP is doing its thing. CSBR, not a believer yet, but I like the way it's climbing the chart though. Champions Oncology, yeah, that came up yesterday. Huge move for that stock too. That came up yesterday on Champions Oncology. And that was on our list as well for last night. That was on our list last night as well, guys. That was on our list last night as well. Shout out to the chat room for bringing that up last night. That was definitely on the chat room. The link to that, yeah. Let me post that link to MadScan, right? Yeah, it looks like there's a free version, and I appreciate these free versions, but sometimes these free versions they'll let you do like 3 things, and then you really can't do shit, and it doesn't even make it worth it. But we'll see what that free version looks like. I'll pull it up and see how it works tonight. I'll let you guys know on Friday's show, on tomorrow's show. MGTI. Oh, don't get me started on that child molester MGTI again. But MGTI has that following. It went dead for a long time. Here was MGTI. It was a shorter's paradise. MGTI was, if you can even get shares of it at the time. But obviously something's turned around in MGTI's back on people's radar. 31% gain on MGTI, and I think it should have always have been an OTC stock. It should have always have been an OTC stock. In fact, I think if it had stayed OTC, it probably wouldn't be at these low of levels. Honestly, if it was always an OTC stock, the fact that it became a NASDAQ stock and then they got coverage on CNBC, and you had a lot of people come in and want to make a say to it. But shout out to MGTI, 31% gain on the stock. And when you hit that, when you cross that one, the sharks start coming around. When you cross that one, the sharks start coming around. So that gives me time to, to pause as well as to reflect on whether or not this can keep going. You want to find out what's got it moving like that. But when you cross that one, it eventually starts to actually make sense for somebody to short it now, even though they got to put 250 up. Even though they got to put 250 up, if you're at $1.22, it's worth it. You'll take that. You'll take that. NVCN, hope you guys made a small play. Man, NVCN is back on the map again. After what that's been doing, NVCN back on the map again. I didn't even bother to look at it, but here you go. Those flaming candles. We've talked about that on these last couple episodes. When you see that those candle tips, you already know what it is, man. You already know what it is. The pullback, all right, to possibly, in fact, it shows. Let me see here. This is actually the day. Let me get into the day chart. All right, so way oversold. And if you can time the top, that's why if you can time tops, man, I've talked about this several times. If you can just spend time timing tops, you can probably get fucking rich. You can probably get really fucking rich if you just time tops all day. Got back to 186. I don't remember when I put that 186 line here. Probably way back when. But got back to that 186. In fact, let me find out. Let me see. Here's 3 months ago. That's December. All right, so it looks like it was a very interesting level here. This is December 20th. Here's December 23rd. And sure enough, it touched it again today. So going back into the past, man, is always a good way to see where future ceilings in the future could be at. So look at NVCN holding off on that 187 ceiling from way back in December. Looks like it's affecting the stock right now. Bands tightening again. We'll see whether or not this stock tends to hold. But as you can see here, since those gains in December, you got to a low of pretty much the 160s before exploding again this morning. NVCN strong, great company. Okay. Oh yeah, I fully agree with you, Alex. That's a strategy that I have talked about, in the past, but it does take some balls of steel, and more importantly, you've got to go in pretty big for it to make sense for you. You've got to go into it, but if you can time tops and find, where in that level 2 it exactly starts to happen, when that, breakdown really starts to happen, and get in right there, one, you won't necessarily be affected by whether or not there's shares to short because you're getting in so quickly before the herd. And two, you've made your profit by the time everybody, gets back in, or buyers start rushing in to, get in on that oversold, position after a huge run up. All right. And it didn't even get to a situation where it's oversold. It got overbought, way overbought, and then kind of practically came back to the 50 line, practically touched the 50 line. 206, Mr. Lloyd, what's up, man?
What's going on, man? Happy trading day, everybody. And Sal, man, I was proud of you to see that big old game from SPY today.
Yeah, man. That was the situation where I honestly think, the stock was going to get there, or the ETF was going to get there today. I thought, I would get close and sell. Of course, they were due today, but they expired today. Excuse me. I wasn't expecting it to actually cross 226 because I was still out the money. But when the stock came to 226 and passed it, oh man, 200%, incredible gain, man. Incredible.
And you know what? I'm going to tell you something just for a lesson learned. So when I saw that tweet come across, and for you guys that have got a set pattern, stick with it, okay? No matter who jumped in what, because, I have a tendency, you tell me it's a good-looking woman around the corner, I'm going to run around the corner and go see myself. And that's exactly what I did. So I hopped my ass right up in SPY at work when I knew I wasn't supposed to be getting in no damn trade, because I said strictly 30 minutes in the morning, But here it is. You put out that damn 235%. I said, well, let me get my ass up in there.
Yeah.
Here it is. It's 11 o'clock, and the market closes in an hour and a half. So I'm thinking, okay, well, this option don't close until tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought some 2 cent calls. I think the 227s, right? I spent like $20 plus the $17 to get in.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. I was so pissed. Here it is. It's 12 o'clock. I'm thinking, like, why in the hell am I still out the money? I realized it was the same day option. I didn't know they had. I wasn't paying attention. That's why you need to be at home in your comfort zone when you're trading and don't fall for looking at stuff. So.
So you bought you bought the today, the one that expired today?
Oh yeah, man! I'm glad I only put $20 in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I lost 37.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that.
I mean, but I mean, I like playing the same day options. I mean, even though they expire Friday, I mean, or they expire.
No.
Today.
They didn't. That SPY didn't expire Friday. Expired today. I guess they got daily options, and I didn't know that. I'm thinking this was a weekly option that I'm getting into, and I just went ahead and hit the buy order, suspecting that it was going to be like that one play I was telling you about. I said, okay, this is a 2 cent SPY option. I said, oh hell yeah! Especially how volatile it is, and the candle pattern was looking good, but it was already 12 o'clock, and things start to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's going home, so you really have to be. I wasn't paying attention, but if you get out your comfort zone and start trading on your phone on the bus, you may mess up. So it'd be best to be in your comfort zone when you're trading because you have to stay focused. And I wasn't focused at all. Here it is. I put in, and thank goodness it's only $37. I mean, hell, I lost more, but I didn't. I did not know that they had the daily option. So that's a lesson learned for me.
All right. Yeah.
But yeah. What's up with the gold plays, man? You think gold is coming back?
Well, that's the thing. If it continues to go up higher, I'm watching the gold charts right now, man, and we're at 755 right now. When I started the show, we were at 610. We're at about 6.10 now. Okay, now we just hit 770. So I don't know why gold is all of a sudden really hot right now. As you remember, you probably didn't see this, but the Federal Reserve met today. And they talked about how as the stock market has been so hot and the economy doing better than expected, they believe that it's time to kind of accelerate the federal rate increases. So that resulted in the dollar going down today. And I think that may have some effect on why gold prices all of a sudden, typically at around 630, got higher. Yeah. So right now, gold is soaring, and we'll see whether or not it holds overnight into the open, but I expect an aggressive open for gold tomorrow if it holds, and I think we're going to see lower on the futures because I think right now on the futures we're already lower. Yeah, we're already lower a couple of percents on the, actually less than 1%, but we're lower on the S&P 500 futures as well as the NASDAQ futures.
Hey, the crazy thing is this: is if you look at GDX. So I bought the 2250 calls for that.
Okay.
And I'm like, shit, this is getting ready to expire. And as soon as you told me that gold went up to 770, look at the after hours on that.
Woo. Let me see here. What's the after hours?
I'm sorry. Go to Google and just look at you can see the little chart on Google, I guess.
Let me see here. GDX, right? GDX. Where are we at right now? After hours. It looked
like it took some Viagra or something.
After hours, yeah. The after hours does look nice. We're at 2217 at 750. So yeah, man. Again, I don't know what happened at about 6 o'clock, but something changed at about 6 o'clock after hours. So I'm really interested in seeing what gold and these gold-based stocks do tomorrow. So I'm looking at the TGD. I'm looking at Brazil Resources. I'm looking at some of these other small, even OTC plays that could spike really big tomorrow. So we'll see. Right.
Yeah, man. So I don't really have any other plays. I'm finally closing up some of my long-term positions. ADPT. That was a $30 stock that dropped to $10. Hopefully, when this reaches $9.50, I can go ahead and back out, and so I'm not holding the bags on that. But You know, that was a gap down play that I thought was going to bounce back up to $30, and I think I've been sitting in that since September. So, well, whenever it dropped down.
Okay.
So, I mean, I had like $2,000 in there. So, the crazy thing is this, man. If I would have took that money, that $2,000 that I threw into this $10 stock, hoping it went back up to 30, I could have threw at least 500 in option and made 10 times my money.
Yeah. I mean, what's crazy is that the recovery, you know, it got up to a high of about 10 or a little bit higher than 10, but for the most part, yeah, man, I can see how it hasn't really done probably what you wanted it to do. Now that
I've been holding the bag on that motherfucker for a long since that big ass drop, okay? Because everybody was in the Discord room. Oh, this is gap down, you know, because it was like that GEO play where this guy, Spartan, he did the gap down and rode it right back up from 16 to 28. I said, okay, I'm going to do it this time myself. It gapped down and it never got back up. And so now I'm holding it back. So this reminds me of IMUC. So, but it's all good, man. I'm learning as we go along, and I appreciate it again, man. And I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully I can close out this damn GDX and take some profits.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, if this continues to hold, man, it's going to be a beautiful day for you tomorrow. I mean, it's I can see probably 2350 being crossed here if we continue, you know, to see gold continue to go higher overnight. Yes, indeed.
And that was my price target. I think let me just double check here.
Now, do you think you're becoming like the GDX specialist? Because I've noticed myself, you know, I'm sticking really to SPY, maybe the Qs, and a little bit of GD, maybe GLD or JNUG. But for the most part, with ETFs, you know, I love the fact that we don't necessarily deal with a lot of the bullshit, but it's so liquid you can just specialize in that particular, you know, ETF and nothing else.
Right, and I think after a while, I mean, you will see how it runs, and I think, you know, I mean, we talk about tickers every day, man, but it's like, you know, I feel like I'm a hooker, you know, going from person to person. So, you know, you need to be a pimp, you know, kind of have 2 or 3 relationships, you know, going from one bed to another. But when you're sleeping with different stocks every night, you really, you know, you got some stocks that may be, you know, a quickie. You got some stocks that may be, you know, Mandingo, and so you really have to kind of watch out with what you get into. Somebody might have AIDS and herpes, and I know it's like a strange analogy to be using.
No, but you're absolutely right on what you're saying, though.
Yeah, so I'm realizing I need to focus on a few, and I'm pretty sure that's how Tim Sykes does it. He has this set watch list, and if something comes across that he likes, or he asks somebody, hey, or somebody comes in and say, hey, can you announce this? It's just like Kim Kardashian saying that I bought some Snickers today, so everybody runs out there and buys some Snickers because she said it. So, I mean, it's all a game, man. But I'm not a GDX expert, but I want to tell you. So when we saw that $6,000, the $6,000 hype, you know, for that small, what was it, $100 for putting in $100?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, but the catch to that is it will cost you $200 to make that trade, and so it's actually costing you $300 because the fact of the matter is that not only you're paying the $100 for the trade, the trade, but you're also paying for the commissions in and out. So I didn't never really factor that in. If you're buying 300 contracts at 2 cents, and then the contract that cost me 79 cents for each one, I mean that shit adds up.
Yeah. And it's so funny because that's where they get you on these GDX calls, or you know, or some of these SPY calls or the Qs, is that when they are dirt cheap, 10 cents, 11 cents, they know you're going to go in with, you know, 100 calls, 50 calls, 30 calls, and that's where they get you with those per contract cost fees, where you get that set price, which is whatever, and then that per contract fee where they get you, you know, when you're looking at $50 just to do the trade, you know, and you know it does catch you. It does catch you eventually.
Right, I got all excited. I said, "Damn, I can buy all these contracts." And I went to go look at the what would it cost me. Of course, they don't tell you what your and see. Thinkorswim is slick, or any platform.
Oh yeah.
They'll say, "Hey, this is 127 for the trade," but they got the little star at the bottom. Does not include commission fees.
Yes.
So they don't want to send you in a panic attack. So when you hit that send button, next thing you know, you see your account drained about $1,000
Right.
when you overbuy.
There it is. But hey, I mean, again, but the gain makes it all worth it, though, right? I mean,
Right,
so
exactly.
if it goes in your favor, fuck that $70, man. I mean,
Right, right. And you know what? I mean, I think I'm going to study GDX for a while and try to figure out how did this factor in. I mean, there has to be a way to figure this out. I think, from going from Pennyland to this, I feel like there's some way that I can tie this in with understanding the technical side of this, because as you said earlier, doing options is strictly technical. So understanding this side of this and possibly tying in the Greeks, and hopefully I can understand how I can catch these out of the money calls and riding them up to where there's enough volatility to really make some money.
Yeah.
So, anyways, man, I appreciate it, and good luck to you tomorrow.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call, Mr.
All right,
Lloyd.
thanks.
Yes,
Everybody.
indeed. Shout out to Mr. Lloyd for the call. So Sandwolf, Sandwolf said it exactly right. He's talking about Tim Sykes style, buys in and then he lets everybody else know, and everybody rushes behind him, and then he sells for a huge gain. And, hey, everybody, look at what I did on this stock. But, you went in after him. That's why. QL said was trying to share the torrent link. Go ahead and share that, QL. What you talking about? The torrent to what? THM looks good. If gold continues, gold mining penny. Yeah, THM, I remember that one. THM, International Tower Mines. Yeah, this one too. This one too is very, very. I think I want to call it a low float stock as well. We always check low float or lowfloat.com. I'm trying to check lowfloat.com for a low float gold play. 541, you're on the air. What's up?
What's going on, Sal? This is Ryan Gibson right here.
Hey, Ryan, what's going on with you, man?
Ain't too much, man. I want to let you guys know, man, I got the LMT calls. I got the 255 strike price, and I bought these things a week ago, about 4 or 5 days ago.
What's the ticker
and
again?
They expire on the 11th. LMT?
LMP?
Yes, LMT.
LMP. Let me see here.
Yes, I bought the 255 calls about a week ago, and they expire on the 11th.
Hold on, Ryan. Spell that for me. LMP, like L, like Larry, because I'm seeing.
LMT. Lockheed Martin Corporation.
Okay, let me see.
LMT. L as in Lair, M as in Mother, T as in Tom.
Okay, LMT. There you go. Okay, I thought I'm
LMT. Yeah, I'm from the country, man. I'm from down south. Moved up north into a big house.
No problem. Okay, so this is Lockheed Martin, man. This has been one of those stocks where this is one of those stocks where you retire on, man. It's just been going.
Yeah, I'm going to Barbados, guys. Hey, Barbados for the summer in 6 months. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that could get you there. If you've been something that's been playing this chart.
We bought these a week ago, 255 strike price, and they expire on the 11th. I bought 20 calls. I bought 20 contracts. I'm sorry. And shout out to Mr. Lloyd, man. Mr. Lloyd's right. People be trying to buy these contracts, but they don't realize, man, that like TD Ameritrade charges you like 37 cents per contract. So you better have like $380 in your account if you want to make a $300 options trade.
Yeah, Mr. Lloyd's right now, he's playing with those penny options. I want to say he's doing less than 10 contracts per go around, and I think he does hold them overnight or maybe a day or two for those trades. So that makes it worth it. When you're going in with $80 and then coming out doubling your money, tripling your money, That completely makes it worth it. Lockheed Martin Corporation. Let me see here. What the volume? Okay, so the options.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they can definitely be a lot more liquid, but I guess they're not too bad. I mean, are you
Yeah,
pretty happy
yeah,
with the
yeah.
with the liquidity?
Oh, well, hopefully I can cash out tomorrow after lunch.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I'm hoping it's going to go. Because the way gold's going right now, hopefully LMT is going to get a good morning breakout, and I want to sell it around 11:30,
Mm-hmm.
and it takes a while for the cash to unsettle. So, you know, so yeah, I'm looking to cash out in the money around 254 tomorrow, hopefully.
All right.
Not on wood.
Yeah. I think. Oh well, yeah. I mean, you're gonna get 254. I mean, it's at 253.99.
So that's
So.
hey, but shout out to Mr. Lloyd, man. Mr. Lloyd, I want to give you a play. Okay? I've been doing some research. It's called XRX, and I went in and I bought 10 contracts. It cost me $100, Mr. Lloyd. I want you to check it out. I paid $100 for 10 options. It's called XRX,
What's the strike
and I
price on
bought 10
those?
options.
I
Let's
see.
see.
I see they have monthly options. No,
Yeah.
no. Let me see here on Xerox. Uh,
I saw this company last night, Mr. Love, on Mad Money, and I mean, he looked like he knew what he was talking about. Well cut guy. They separated, from another company, and hey, what do you think?
Well, I mean, look, you know more about it than me. I mean, I'm not sure where Xerox is going. It's so funny because I used to know somebody who worked for Xerox. Because they have a division within the company that does like call centers and shit like that. So they manage call centers for companies
Hey,
like
Mr.
Humana and a bunch of other insurance agencies as well.
All right, right. But yeah, Mr. Lloyd, man, you do your homework on it, bro. And you know what I'm saying? I see him listen through the show, man, and I want him to win so bad. I want him to feel like I felt that night when I hit the refresh button. And it's like a feeling like don't catch a heart attack. Because one day you're going to hit that refresh button like I did, guys, and it's going to be a number on there that it's like some people got to work a year just to get this, and you got it in 60 days. It's excuse my French, but it's fucking crazy. It's like don't catch a heart attack when it happens.
There it is.
Yeah, man. But my plays for the year, guys, I got some big options going on in CAT. CAT. I got some big options going on right now in CNDT and VZ. Those are my plays for the year.
Yeah, I like out of all your plays, I like that Caterpillar the most. If Trump is really as serious on infrastructure as he says he is, then I like that Caterpillar long. I like that Caterpillar long.
Yeah,
if he's serious.
If he's talking a good game, man, those option calls are going to be amazing.
Yeah. We'll see. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the call.
And I want to say, shout out to Bat Scientist, man. Bats put me on T-Log, man. I hit Bats on Twitter. I follow Bats on Twitter. Bats had a full description of this company, and I read it. And I mean, shout out to Bats, man. I made $5,000 because of Bat Scientist. And if I meet him in person, I'm giving him $1,000.
There it is, man.
Bats, that's real talk.
You got some money
shout
out here,
Bats.
Yeah, you got a check waiting for you.
Oh, hey, the bag is here, Bats. I'm just trying to find you, my brother.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call, Ryan Gets It, man.
All right, man. Enjoy the show.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Yeah, man. He said Bad Scientist, I got a bag for you, man. Got a bag for you. Yes, indeed. Hook a brother up with a bag. Seeing your portfolio makes a huge gain. It's an ultimate high. Yeah, trading Jedi, it's nothing better. Especially if you really enjoy trading. If you really, really enjoy this shit, it feels good to win. It feels good to win. And I'm not one of these people who, don't get emotional about the trade. Don't get fucking emotional. It's your money, man. You worked hard for it. You made a good call. You got a good profit. Get fucking emotional, man. You won. I'm not one of these people like, hey, yeah, I got a good gain and, clap your hands, shout, beat at your chest. Come Congratulate yourself, man. You know, I never turn into one of these, robots and here like, oh yeah, I just made, $2,500. I just made $10,000. I mean, sure, one day you'll get to a point where, it doesn't feel like anything, but if your heart at least doesn't smile, maybe you need to go do something else. You know what I'm saying? Because you definitely don't love this shit no more. So finance, industrial, better follow the Republican stocks. Yeah, I'm following all these stocks. I don't want to call them Republican stocks. He calls them Republican stocks. I always follow all these companies. These companies play both ways, man. Whoever's winning, they're in the pockets of either party. So I'm definitely following Caterpillar. I'm following, all these little plays. I like the small industrial, the small regional infrastructure plays. I was a huge fan of AMMX, but AMMX is just not going anywhere. I don't know what's going on with that. AMMX, the stock's not going anywhere. It's finding buyers, but the volume just doesn't go anywhere. I don't know what it is about AMMX. You got a profitable company, but, just doesn't do anything. So it is what it is. But I'm still sitting in it, and I will continue to sit in it. All right, because that's just how OTC stocks are one day, the stock's not doing anything, and next thing you know, you're up 100%, 150%. That's just how it works sometimes. What's the name of the purple IND down there? Purple IND down there. Oh, indicator. Oh, it's the RSI. It's the RSI. Yeah, I just got the RSI on. That's just the RSI. Yes, sir. Just the RSI. Any word on USMJ? No, I haven't got no word on USMJ. No word on USMJ right now. All right. No word on USMJ right now. Yep, just the RSI. I use RSI, MACD, and then you guys know that inertia indicator. And then I use the bands. And then I use Bollinger Bands to let me know if I'm short something or if I'm long something. If, we're starting to get that constriction in the price where I can see, a bold move is coming soon. Yeah, it's choppy as fuck, man. It's choppy as fuck. Yeah, I love those ETFs. Yes, exactly, Cali Trade. I mean, when it comes to options or trading in general, I don't make it complicated for myself. I don't like complicated. I want simple, easy, high probability trades that, are going to end me with some money. Because my path to wealth is not, 2 or 3 huge gains. It's consistent gains over a period of time. And then once that happens, then you make a few bold trades here and there that kind of add to, to the wealth to continue to help you grow up the ladder. But, when we talk about high probability setups, I'm looking for, if the stock is, all right, so let me just set up how I day trade the SPY right now. So as I've said several times, the first 30 minutes, I'm not doing anything. So the first 30 minutes, I'm just trying to figure out what direction we're going in. Are we going down or are we going up? If we're going up, and the stock, typically ETFs that start up will end up. Very rarely will an ETF go green to red or red to green. They typically, whatever they start up at, they'll stay there. So if the stock is up, all right, I'm looking for a situation where we get an overbought, let me see, is it over, let me find my guidelines, excuse me. I'm looking for a situation where we get a oversold position. So we're up huge for the day, but then there's a pullback and we go oversold. I'm looking to get in there because I'm getting it at a discount. If we're down for the day, right, we start down for the day, we're trending lower, I'm looking for a situation where we're going to get in an overbought situation. Because here's the thing, even if my timing is right, whether I'm overbought or oversold, the day's trend will rescue me if my timing is off. So if we're up for the day, if we're going higher for the day, and I bought oversold, and my timing is off, right? My timing is off. We're still kind of going down. If we're up for the day and that's the trend, eventually the time and the trend for the day will catch up with me, and I'll end up back in the green. I'll end up back in the green. All right. And if we're down for the day and we get into an overbought situation and we're going down for the day, if, time again, if I'm off, eventually the trend will come against me or come, behind me, and eventually we're going to come back down and my puts will be back in the green. All right. So I like to stick with the trend, but I'm looking for situations in the chart where the trend is not, has broken for that intermediate period. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? I'm still putting it all together because options is a whole nother beast. But yeah, I'm still kind of putting it together. See, as you can see here, for instance, this is SPX. I can show you where, these are all my lines for the day. This is SPX. Obviously, first 30 minutes, I'm not touching it. I'm not even touching it. So 9, I'm coming into the trade 10 o'clock. I know we're up for the day. So I understand that, again, like any ETF that starts green, we're going to end green. Eventually, we're going to end green. So I'm looking for oversold situations. I'm looking for oversold situations that even if my timing is off and we keep going down, right? Even if my timing is off and we keep going down, eventually the day's trend will catch me and save me. You guys get what I'm trying to say? Do I swing trade ETFs? No, I won't swing trade an ETF because ETFs are still, I wouldn't swing trade an ETF unless, I'm not that comfortable yet. I'm not comfortable yet to swing trade an ETF. And if I do swing trade an ETF, I'm swinging an out of the money situation where I'm hoping it comes to me. Right? Because that way, and then my risk is a lot lower because I'm hopefully trying to get it at a cheaper price. All right? If I'm swinging an ETF, it's something that's out of the money. It's a low risk. But preferably, I like to play in the money or deep in the money, so that way I actually have a high theta. Or if I'm playing at the money, then I've got leverage working for myself. I hope I haven't lost you guys. I hope I haven't lost you guys. Steven, I don't change my RSI. It's just 14 and then close. 14 and then close. And I'm just simply looking for oversold, overbought positions using resistance and support. Nothing else. No strangles, no complicated, condors. We talked about this yesterday. People want to make 2 trades just for, why? I don't make it complicated for myself. Just I'm in, I'm out, I'm in, I'm out, and I'm just scrapping along the way. But it's nice making 75. Okay. Yeah. What happened to? Because we talked about that. We talked about that yesterday, and IDXG, man. You guys were talking about it a lot yesterday. I didn't want to bring it up. I just waited for somebody else to bring it up on IDXG. I mean, I don't know. Does anybody want to talk what happened here? What happened with IDXG? You guys let me know what happened here because you want to talk about disappointing. I feel your pain because I know some of you guys thought that this was really going to do something. But again, this is a chart we see too many times around here. Way, way, way too many times around here. And, late yesterday, as the stock dipped under the 200-day moving average, this could be your warning sign, but I understand that a lot of people had saw that RSI and said, hey, man, this is oversold, and you probably thought that this was going to explode this morning, right? So you saw that oversold RSI, and you thought, smart money was going to pick up all those shares and try to retest 14, 13, or 12. Yeah, but sometimes it doesn't always work that way, and it's fine, Huge dump. I wasn't expecting that much of a dump. Huge dump in the stock. But obviously, you know, it was like it was a little bit of some strong buying though, some strong buying. So there was an opportunity for you to get, you know, almost $2. Yeah, it was almost, you know, opportunity to get almost $2 first thing in the morning in that stock, man. So it crashed first thing out the gate. It crashed first thing out the gate, but you had an opportunity to get almost $2 in the stock, right? Appreciate that, Londale. We're gonna check that out in just a second. Been holding that for a month or so, trying to get back to 16 so you can sell. Ah, man, I don't see this stock getting back to 16. You know, I don't know what's going on internally with the company for it to justify now a move to 16. That would be very bold of you. But at these prices, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, you got to understand this was how long 16 to retest 16 now? You know, we got to understand this was a $4 stock for most of the year up until July. You know, if this comes back, man, that would be insane. That would be really insane if this comes back. Do I pay for E-Trade Pro? No, they gave it to me, man. They gave it to me. Yeah, E-Trade follows me on Twitter. You know that? E-Trade follows me on Twitter. I I got a little bit of a following. They kind of hook you up a little bit. You know, they got a little department over there and shit like that. If you know, but I don't really even put people on the E-Trade like that. I mean, it's a good broker though. I mean, damn good broker for OTC stocks. But they gave me the E-Trade Pro platform, so I can use it. But if you make over 30-day trades in a period, they'll give it to you anyway. I mean, if you make over 30-day trades, not in one day, obviously, but I want to say in a quarter. If you make over 30-day trades in a quarter, they'll give you E-Trade Pro for free. You know, and I get way past that, so. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look, if you lost any money on this, you got more than enough opportunities to make your money back on some of the plays we talk here. And shout out to Big Shag, man. Big Shag, you were A on the money on Airy, man. That was a good call on Airy. Shout out to Big Shag. He called up. He had a lot of tickers. I said, man, just give me top 5. I can't keep you on the phone all day, but give me top 5. And sure enough, I mean, he picked some really good winners yesterday. You know, URRE and then Airy and a couple other plays. Stocks that went really, really good. Really, really good. Orex up 64%. So Orex was, what was that? Orex was that? I think that was the biggest gainer today on the market, right? Man, what a beautiful chart. What a beautiful chart. You know, this is you live for charts like this in trading, man. You live for charts like this. Absolutely beautiful chart. Absolutely beautiful chart. Look at this. You know, you live for these charts. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. And obviously on every single oversold condition, if you got in on every single oversold condition, you eventually got into some profit if you held. You know, and that's all I'm doing, guys. I'm just looking to carry from, aggressively oversold to, going over to overbought, or maybe even midway sometimes. Sometimes going to getting to midway finds you into some decent green and you're taking profits and moving on. All right. And again, this is a perfect time to talk about that strategy. So as you can see, when you're talking about stocks can go can go green to red. So this is dangerous when we talk about stocks. But when you look at, obviously the trajectory of the day as a stock was, if you came into this even late, as high as the stock was, then I'm still looking for oversold, situations, because my trend for the day is we're going higher. So I'm looking for opportunities where people are taking profits when I can get some stocks on discount and maybe ride it into some green. Not trying to make it hard for myself. I don't want to make it complicated. I don't want to make it seem like I'm a a market technicalist and all that. No. Not trying to do that at all. Look at a guy like Tim Sykes or Nathan Mashad or all those guys. They're not incredibly intelligent people. I'm not saying they're dumb, but I'm not saying they're not geniuses. Tim Sykes has a degree in English. Guy has a degree in English. My degree plan was harder than Tim Sykes, but he's incredible because he's been able to create a plan, trading for himself that makes it very simple to him, and for him to be able to make money at it. Well, now though, his trading is a little bit questionable, but that's just for somebody that saw him at the beginning to where he is now. I see a slight decline in ability, but I digress. Appreciate that, Chase. Orex, you saying Orex? Yeah, I'm gonna put Orex on the move tomorrow, but I see some profit taking here. He said, "Get off Sykes." Hey, nobody pumps Sykes more than me. Come on, man. Who's been in Tim Sykes' corner more than me online on here, man? Since the beginning. That's the GOD. The original OG. Michael Greer's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, Michael Greer? Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Greer's in the house. And Michael, you got an update on where you are, man, with your trading. It's been a minute. What's going on, Michael Greer? Orex at 70,000. Yeah, that's definitely Ryan gets it. $74,000 in cash. Yeah, that's probably a short tomorrow. If that's true, that's a short tomorrow. But just figure it out. We'll see what happens. Evoke is one of those spikers too, though. Yeah, there it is. Evoke is a spiker too. It's done its thing in the past. Oh no, that was today. Hold up, no, that was today. Hold on, let me go back. That was the day chart. It's done its thing in the past. There you go. There it is, right there. Yeah, it did it this summer, and it's been pretty much quiet ever since. But Evoke did its thing too. 347, you're on the air. What's up?
What up, Sal?
What's going
on? Big Shag.
Hey, Big Shag. What's going on with you, man?
What's up, bro? I want to talk to you today about the stochastic indicator. Is that cool with you?
Yes.
No.
Let's talk a little bit about it because you brought it up yesterday, and you said you're using the slow stochastic.
Yeah, the slow stochastic. So, if you can, just make it a little simpler. Is there a way you can pull it up on your screen or no? Do you have it?
Yeah, I'm about to pull it up here. I hope this is how it's shown on your end. Trading Views version is always a little bit funny, but let me see here if I can. All right, so I'm looking at it now. Here's the slow stochastic. What kind of chart does it work better on? A 1 day, 1 month? What are you using it on?
Just a daily setup, strictly like daily. I have it on the 1 year daily. Because the way it works is you can set it up to really give like a reading every 10 days, every 2 days, whatever you set it as. So let me tell you my settings.
Okay.
And this is the default settings I have that Thinkorswim gave me, because if you can really, in all honesty, you could change any of these indicators to make it say what you want it to say. So I just keep it as whatever they gave to me. I'm not sure the exact inputs you have, but I have it on overbought 80, oversold 20, and then the K period is 10, and the D period is 10, and then price H is high, price L is low, and price C is close.
All right, I think that's pretty much. I got everything else.
Okay.
80, 20. 10. Okay.
If there's a way, try and make it to have is there a way? Because I'm looking at yours. It has one line.
Yeah,
but on mine it has
Yours has more than one line.
Yeah, it has 2 lines.
So you have the 80-20, and do you have like a line in the middle? Do you mean?
I have two lines. They're two separate lines. One has the fast on it as well, and then there's the slow line. So the way this slow line works is it's like a divergence between each other. You know, they should be together.
This one only has the slow. I don't have a fast line.
Okay, so all right, so we'll work. All right, I'll just work with that. So now just pull up X, the stock X. So this way, we're on the same page with it.
All right, so I got 1 year, but mine's a little bit different. I'm on a 1 day, 1 year, 1 day.
Hold on, let me. What date is August? Okay, all right. So I can kind of do this. Okay, so first of all, what it does is it basically tracks the high and lows of the everyday thing. So there's the fast line, and then there's a slow line. And from what I've been studying is that the fast line gives a lot of false readings. So and then the slow line is more reliable. Okay. And it's basically it's pretty simple. It's just the way it's set up is you have the lowest point for select number of days, you have the highest point for select number of days, whatever you set it as, and then just overall days that it tracks. I have it set every 10 days, I think it sets up a proper reading. So if it goes above 80, then it's considered an overbought area. If it goes below 20, the way I have it here, it's an undersold area. Okay. And basically what it's doing is there's numerous ways to trade this and work, and to make money off it. First of all, there's divergences between the two lines, which I can't really show because, you have one on yours, but, it's whatever. There's overbought and oversold. You can play it like that too. And there's also the direction the line is going. And I've been using it for practicing. It's more of an overbought scenario. Okay. But I find that if you use it as an overbought, it's not as reliable on its own. So just like with any indicator that you use, you really don't want to use it just that one indicator because it can give you false readings. It's good to pair these with other ones. So this way, for example, I read a book a while ago about basically how to tell if you're lying, one of those type of books. And the way it works is if, let's just say he stutters when he talks or, he, some other example of a person lying, you can't really tell that person's lying just from that one clue. So you have to combine different things to get the assumption. So I have both the RSI as well as the slow stochastic. So if you look at, what date is that? July 28th. Well, July 27th through the August 8th. You have that little consolidating period. Okay. Now, this will not work. The stochastic will not work when it's in a bull trend or a bear trend. You won't get reliable readings off of it. It's only really good when it's in a period of consolidation. Okay. This way you can kind of pinpoint as to where where the peaks are and where the tops are, and think okay, is this an area where it's oversold or on the board, whatever. So if you look from that little range, you have it above 80, right? And it isn't until the 29th when the RSI is peaked at about, I think it's 82-ish RSI peaked at on the 29th. Okay. And then as you go along, you see that on the 8th of August, it's RSI flat, and the stochastic is just at that 80 level. So that tells me through that range that as stochastic's going down, it's an overbought area, and with RSI also going down, it could be an indication that there could be a bear trend coming. Okay. So, and it's pretty much what it did. But if you also look during the trend of that bear trend, where all those red candles are on X, stochastic was all the way down. If you look, it's undersold for a month. Where if you try trading this between what is that, the 11th of August till like the 20th of September, you're basically, if you try buying this for a bounce on the sold indicator,
You would have
you're
been
basically just asking, it would have been fucked. So
Yeah.
you can't, you can't just use this old by itself. So,
Yeah.
and then there really isn't a solid buying opportunity until you have some consolidation through September 16th-ish till about November 8th,
Right.
and then you see that RSI is starting to pick up more, and the stochastic is slowly trying to pick up, and they're starting to cross on the two lines. So that gives an indicator also, and then you start getting the bear trend. But again, like the same scenario, if you try trading this in that big green pattern, a big green uptrend from around what is that, November 4th-ish, you're in an overbought scenario until beginning of December. So you just can't do it. So try shorting it then, you're going to be screwed. I have some notes on it. Let me just pull it up for you for a second. What do you think of it so far? As I'm pulling this up?
So far it's okay, but I mean, it's a bit scary because I see, like all indicators, you can't depend on one thing, but this is definitely an indicator where you're going to definitely need other indicators to work with. Even RSI by itself can be pretty accurate by itself, but slow stochastic is definitely not an indicator you want to use by itself, because I'm looking at it right now and I can see opportunities where if you got in, oversold, you would have been screwed as the the momentum continued to go downward and stay oversold, and you just had to really have guts of steel to kind of want to hang in there until things kind of turned around. Yeah.
Yeah. And what I'm learning is that the stochastic is a support just to more. I'm sorry. It's an extra rather than a default. So this would be a good way to reassure your idea and have some other indications that your trade idea is right. If you use this on its own, I'm learning that you can only use this on the weekly or the monthly or the daily. You don't want to use this on an intraday perspective because it would just give you false readings left and right. Because the way it works is it measures once it closes and once it opens, and the highs and lows of the days before. So if you're trying to use on an intraday scale, you're going to get false readings, the whole time. It's not like a proper reading on it. So, but if you are trying to learn more about it and you're trying just to use it on its own for whatever reason, I'm learning that you should only use it as a weekly. You shouldn't use it as a daily. It's good as a daily as a bonus, but you shouldn't use it just on.
Yeah, this definitely does. It looks like on a daily, it would give way too many signals. On a daily chart, even though when I look at the daily, they're not too bad. The signals aren't too bad. I mean, I when you get an oversold situation, it's pretty accurate. But it looks like that is quite a bit, a few signals.
Right.
Oh, not bad.
And
not bad.
There's a lot of ways you can trade it by using it, and I'm not going to really get into the full details with it because it's kind of extensive.
Sure.
And to be honest, I'm not a master at it yet. I'm just learning it as a bonus. But if there's the book I've been reading to learn it, I've been going online looking at indications. But the main book that has the three indicators that I'll be using, which is the RSI, the stochastic, and the MACD histogram. Just I'm on a swing trading perspective, I'll probably use those, not on a daily, whatever. But it's the new trading for a living. Have you ever read that book or not?
Yes, Trading for a Living by what's his name? The psychologist, but
Elder is last name.
Yes, Elder. What was his name? Elder.
Yeah.
What's his first name?
Let me pull it up.
Alexander.
Dr.
Alexander Elder. And shout out to Alexander Elder. He's got a really great torrent, by the way, too, where, I don't know if you've seen that video where he takes traders out to Hawaii, and it's like a 4-hour course where he teaches them, oversold, overbought, and a couple things like that. I got the tour, and I'll let people in the chat room have that a little later, too. It's really good stuff.
Yeah, I didn't see that. But I haven't read the old one. You read the old one or the new one?
I have both the old one and the new one. It's been a while since I've read both of those books, but both of them are really, really good books. Really good books.
They are. For a beginner, so far I'm reading it. I'm highlighting and reading, and I plan on going back at it once I read some other books and just to take some more notes on it. But it gives you a big idea of how the stock market works, and volume and exactly how everything comes together into one big piece. Because before reading this, I had some questions about stock price moving and what exactly is going on in people's heads. Elder goes really into depth, constantly pushing in your mind exactly of what's going on as he's like re-justifying himself, and it's a pretty good book. But yeah, that's really it. I mean, I'll call in about it maybe a month from now. I'll tell you how I'm doing, but like I said, just use this as like a support, not really just as a standalone. Otherwise, you're probably gonna get fucked. But, yeah.
Appreciate
All
it,
right,
man. Thank you so much
No
for
problem,
the call,
man.
Big Shaq.
No problem. Take it easy, Sal.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. So shout out to Big Shaq, man. He was right on the money with a lot of calls, with his calls yesterday on the stock market, man. And shout out to Big Shaq, man. Shout out to Big Shaq for letting us know here on the Stochastic indicator. It's working for him. It's working for him. Don't see myself using it because to me, I'm like a little bit scary looking for me because I can see many opportunities where it kind of let you down if you didn't know really what you were looking at. But it's something that's worked out for him, and shout out to Big Shaq for that. I'm trying to figure out, can I pull this up? Let me see if I can pull this up so I can have you guys. Or maybe I can probably just. But I got the book Trading for a Living. That comes in all the book torrents that we gave you guys. Trading for a Living comes in. I think this is the. What version is? Okay, this is the old version. This is the 93 version. But there is an updated, the new Trading for a Living. That's what it's called. But it really, updates a lot of the classic stuff. The old one and the new one is really good. Really, really good book. Psychology, trading tactics, money management. Take a quick, I could probably just take a quick pic of it and show you guys what to look for. Let me see here. But really, really good book. You learn a lot of great things in it. These books, you gotta review them over the time because you read them and you forget some classic lessons that they teach. You have to kind of go back and review. But here's the book right here. Trading for a Living. Psychology, Trading Tactics, and Money Management. Really, really good book. It comes in that torrent that we gave here. Stock Market Books. It comes in that one. I can give it out again if you, for whatever reason, didn't download it the first time. Talks about trading rules. Let me see here. One I can read real quick. A burst of volume because he makes new high. You're probably dealing with a breakaway gap. See, these I would have to actually visually show you them. So yeah, these you're just gonna have to read the book. You're gonna have to read the book, but really, really good book. Really good teacher. Really, really good teacher, by the way. And let me just check on gold real quick. Gold is at 8 points now. Gold is at 8 points now. We're at 8 points on gold. So this is going to be a quite aggressive morning on gold. Let me see here. Alexander Elder. It's kind of hard. I don't know if that torrent is still out there. But I think it's in stock market videos. You see here, stock market videos. Because, they label it so funny. Stock market option videos, silent investments. To get around from people from deleting them. And again, I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but I want to get all the information to you guys. Because I know you guys love that information. Let me see here. Just ignore that phone if you can. All right. Yeah, definitely get notes. I don't know why I can't find that video for whatever reason. I fucking saved as a sound file, no volume. Hey, Big Shaq, I don't know how that happened, man, because Tim Grattani's video downloads just fine. Are you sure? Are you using VLC Player? Hey guys, when we give you those torrents to download, always open them up with like VLC player. It's a great open source video player. It plays everything. It plays everything. Don't use Windows Media. You know, that's garbage, man. That's garbage. Get VLC player. That thing plays everything. It's open source, and it plays literally every type of document and video document. All right, that's the one you want to use. That is the one you want to use. Man, what happened to that torrent? I'm looking for that torrent. It was a really good torrent. It was about like 3 gigs or something like that, and had the stock and mark. Okay, so this one, I'm gonna put that one in the chat room. That one in the chat room right now. That's a good one too. That's got about, I want to say like almost 400, 500 books. Most of you guys already have that one. Most of them already have that one. Yeah, that Tim Grittani video is good too. That Tim Grittani's video is good too. But I want to show you guys that video from Larry Elder. And he's teaching in Hollywood. He's teaching like somewhere in the Bahamas or something like that. And it's a really, really great video. Where the fuck is that thing? I'm not going to spend too much time on it, guys. I just want to look real quick. Because I have so many videos from over the years. I tried to put this shit on eBay and sell it, but somebody from Tim Sykes, you know, group flagged the post on eBay, flagged the, you know, because I was selling some of his shit. And, you know, me, I don't give a damn. Does anybody still watch those Foos videos? I know most of you guys don't watch the Foos videos, but winning with indicators. Gosh, where is that? Alexander. Come to my trading room. All right, so here's the thing. It was this one. Let me see if I can put that in there. It was this video right here. And let me lower the volume a little bit. It was this video right here, and they go into, like, you know, learning how to trade and stuff like that.
Snapshot of value. Get out even.
And there's the torrent is out there somewhere.
Does the person need?
I know it's not playing on this thing. It's not playing as clear as it should.
Any information.
But they go out there and it really breaks it down.
There's a wonderful. I'll mention several books as we go through this week. There's a very nice book came out 7-8 years ago called Chaos. The guy who wrote it is Gleek, G-L.
Yeah, you gotta read books, guys. That's where you really get it. It's so funny. We were just talking about books.
He is former New York Times. How few software companies do put up
so
bullish?
The thing is, he had a couple guys he sent out there in the middle of, you know, Hawaii, and they basically were out there studying, learning how to trade, and, you know, he broke down a bunch of charts and how to do this and how to do that. I've got to figure a way to get you guys this video. It's another great video from way back when that has a lot of good classic lessons that I think you guys would really, really like. But, you know, some people said, hey, it's information overload. I hope you guys don't feel that way. I hope I don't feel like I've overloaded you guys with too much information. That's not necessarily the thing. I think, you know, with this stuff, you really can't ever get too much. You can't ever get too much. 313, what's up? 313, are you there? 313, going once. 313, going twice. All right.
Get out of here, you damn nigger!
All right. Yeah, we got all that Foos 4. We got the Foos 4, and then we got Foos 2. We got all that Cameron Foos stuff, man. Yeah, we got all that Cameron Foos stuff. I'll show it to you right now. We got all that. back when I first started the show, we were giving all that stuff away. Then they came down and shut all that shit down, man. Here's that Foos DVD right here. Here it is right here. That's that Foos 2 right there, where he's teaching like the F patterns and stuff like that. Isn't that's right here?
Chart 5-minute charts on longer term scales. Rule 1 is wait for the setup to form. A lot of times
it's a pretty good DVD too.
The stock is gapped open or something.
And by the way, Foos 4.2 is way better than Foos 4.1.
Formation is formed, and a lot of stocks that gap open or kind of open up with a lot of momentum, they can quickly,
Yeah,
reverse.
but that right there, that F patterns video, that's another 4 or 5 hours or something like that. That's a good DVD too. That's a good DVD too. No problem, Sheila. Yeah, but gotta read those books, man. Gotta read those books. Open up your mind. That's why a lot of people talk shit about what's his name, that knowledge guy we touched on yesterday. With his 67 steps and all that stuff. I never shit on that guy because, man, that's real talk, man. Reading books will open up your mind. It only takes one page to change your life. You know what I'm saying? One page can change your life. Something you read in one of these books. Put you on a whole different level, than you ever thought you could ever be on because you read something that just clicked in your mind. 313, call me back, man. 313, call me back. I want to get you on the phone because you tried to call 2 times. 504, what's up?
Hello?
504, you there?
Good day. It's Pastor Nick.
I take a look at my enormous penis, and my troubles start melting away. I take a look at my enormous penis, and the happy times are coming to stay. I gotta sing and I dance when I glance in my pants, and the feeling's like a sunshiny day. I take a look at my enormous penis, and everything is going my way.
I'm trying to talk about something serious. About getting your money up, and people out here fucking around. Man. That's why people always say, man, you should have some comedians on the show and stuff, man. We talking about getting money. Ain't nobody got time to be joking and laughing around. We do that once in a while. But we trying to get some money out here, man. We got people, going to jail on petty crimes, spending years of their life coming out on crimes they didn't commit, getting $75. This is life and death for some people, man. We got people out here clowning around. You know what I'm saying? Somebody here can get some money to keep somebody out of trouble, change somebody's life. People think it's a game out here, man. Shit. Motherfucker. All right, let's exactly, Stephen Baker. Let's just keep handling business. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to change destinies around here. People playing games. Changing destinies, man. Changing the lives of people that are not even born yet. That's what we trying to do. Yeah, man. We just had, what was that, 2 years ago? Our sister Sandra Bland ended up dying because she called 24 people, and 24 people couldn't come up with $500 to save her life. $500 fucking dollars. She called 24 people. And 24 black people, none of them could come up with $500 to bail her ass out of jail. You're talking life and death right now, man. People think it's a fucking game. I'm serious about this shit. I love this shit, man. Not only because it can change your life, it's changed my life, but I know what it can do for other people. The things that you do as you empower yourself with wealth, you can make changes in other people's lives, man. We got people dying for $500 or less. You know? Motherfuckers playing games out here, man. Yes, indeed. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, man. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, man, we got people in our community killing each other for shoes and things of even less. You know? We got to change the mentality out here, man. We got to make people feel they can get money. And they don't have to steal it off another man or kill another man for his belongings, man. You know? Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, you're exactly right, Mo. You know what? You exactly right, Mo. That's so true. That's so true, man. That's so true. And I'm telling you right now, and I've said this in this show, over the next 40 years, over $80 billion will transfer from wealthy baby boomers onto their children and through the stock market and through other means, stock and real estate speculation primarily. And if you're not positioned, to take advantage of that, you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out. And we got a lot of people out here fucking around. We got a lot of people thinking they can degree themselves into wealth. We got a lot of people thinking, they can twerk themselves into some serious wealth. They can stand on the corner into some real money. Nah. No. That's not how it works. You better learn this skill. You better learn how to, buy some bonds or do something with this digital money. It's all just money on the screen, numbers, zeros and ones, all adding up, that you can use and accumulate to change your life and the life of your family. So let's get back to it, man. Again, I want to thank you so much to Big Shag. Thank you so much to Big Shag, man. Let me drop a bomb. Big Shag for dropping that knowledge on us. One more time, man. Want a DJ cool? Yes, indeed. Yeah. Yes, indeed, man. Shout out to Big Shag for dropping that knowledge on us on the Slow Stochastic. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. Hope you guys learned something from that. So I dropped that book on there for you guys who want that book. I heard some of you guys talking about Tim Grittani's DVD, The Trading Tickers. Tim Grittani, quote unquote, self-made millionaire. But he's not self-made, man. His parents are millionaires. But look, mad respect to him. But that's the DVD right there. That's the DVD right there. He gives away some good game too. But I just can't stand that guy's voice, so I had to go in and like deepen his voice a little bit. You know what I mean? Give that dude some balls, man. I had to deepen his voice a little bit. But it is very structured. Really good way to learn. Other than that, let me see here. So you got the Tim Grittani Trading Dip. Yeah, and by the way, that's a $1,500 DVD. That's a $1,500 DVD, man. So you might want to cop that before they take that down. Yeah. You might want to cop that. So let's get into it. I'm looking at what other moves. I'm trying to pull up. I'm on lowfloat.com because I'm looking for some low float gold plays that could run tomorrow. And I haven't found one yet. So if somebody has a low float gold play that could run, please let us know. Because I'm looking for a low float gold play, and I'm already on the 4th page, and I don't see any low float gold plays. Office supply, regional banks. And you know, some of these stocks have sometimes not as much volume. Oil and gas, biotech, oil and gas. Oh, come on, man. So if you guys got any low float gold plays, or you got any gold plays for that matter, I got THM. Yeah, THM, URRE, that's already on the list. THM is on the list as well, too. Is that? Yeah, THM is on the list. And then URRE is on the list to watch tomorrow. I got MUX. MUX is going to be on the list too. Where is MUX priced at right now? MUX, that's another one. A little bit more expensive though. I want to stick under $1 if I can find an under $1 gold play or gold related play. Yes, I'll be on tomorrow too. I'll be on. Yeah, this week I wanted to do a full week to catch us up on because we had a shortened week. And then next week I'll go to regular schedule. Because we got that Martin Luther King weekend coming up too. We got another 3-day weekend coming up. WTW. Let me see here. WTW. Yeah, WTW is that Weight Watchers flipping stocks. It's so funny because I think you brought up Weight Watchers. I think a day or two ago, right? Weight Watchers right now is being pumped right now big time by Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey, you know, for the last 20 years has been dealing with weight issues. And she went from Jenny Craig in the 90s, and then she left Jenny Craig, got back, you know, gained a lot of weight. And shout out to Oprah. Oprah's so thick. Oh, my God. Oprah just got big old breasts, big old butt. She's just a thick little country bumpkin. Oprah could be my sugar mama any day. But getting back to the subject at hand, she's with Weight Watchers right now. And yeah, man, she's just on their commercials and everything like that. And I guess she's really increasing enrollment. And a lot of people, you know, a lot of women are headed to Weight Watchers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Man, I would suck the shit out of Oprah's titties. I would swallow her farts for $20 million. You know? I don't know what's going on with that Stedman guy. I don't know. They didn't have any kids, man. She never had any children. I don't know if she just never wanted any children or what, but she just never gave into it, I guess. But Oprah, man, look, Oprah, if you trying to have a baby, holla at me, Oprah. You can catch this nut whenever you want, baby. You know what I'm saying? Hook a brother, you know, put a brother on that credit. You know what I'm saying? Give me some credit lines. Give me some trade lines, Oprah. Can you imagine getting them Oprah trade lines? Good God. You get 900 credit. I bet that Oprah breast milk is good too. You know. Yes, indeed. But shout out to Weight Watchers. Yeah, Weight Watchers has, you know, been taken off. But Weight Watchers, I expect Weight Watchers to have a good earnings season too. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Weight Watchers does because Oprah's been with them, pushing them for a minute. Yeah, Oprah needs that good ghetto D too. You know, Oprah needs that good ghetto D, like that motherfucker, and you know, fuck her for 2.5 hours, just like, oh my God. You know, have her, you know, calling you every other minute and shit. That good D. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? She used to be on Fox News and stuff, talking all crazy. Dame Dash, Stacey Dash. Yeah, Stacey Dash. Back in the day, I wanted to give Stacey Dash that D. Stacey Dash could get that D. She's still cute. She's still cute. Yeah. Stacey Dash could get that D too. Who else can get the D? Rihanna. Rihanna can get the D. She kind of small, but I like Rihanna. You know, she can definitely get the D. Nicki Minaj, all day, man. Nicki Minaj, the type of chick you get pregnant on purpose. You know what I'm saying? You trying to make her your baby mama. I don't give a damn. I know you niggas know what I'm talking about. That one girl, you trying to get her pregnant. You know what I'm saying? She just so fine. You know what I'm saying? She's into you, but she's, you know she's not really committed to you. But you know if you knock her up, she's going to be committed to you. You know. Yeah. You said Rihanna's a stuck-up bitch. Yeah, but she got money. She got a right to be stuck up, man. Rihanna has a right to be stuck up, though, man. She makes hits. You know, look, every summer Rihanna got a hit, man. Rihanna's had a summer hit every year for like 10 years. She got a right to have a, but she's rich as fuck. I'd fuck, yeah. Big Shag, you even admitted you fuck. You know what I'm saying? I fuck the shit out of Rihanna, man. Hell yeah. Rihanna, call me, Rihanna. I'll give you that good, Akbar Mumabanga dick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, have her growing a fucking afro, the dick so good. Trying to learn all type of African languages. Yes, indeed. Let me see here. EXAD. EXAD. Experience, art, and design. Yeah, it's up 100%. Decent volume. Hell yeah. EXAD. I forget sometimes I can go on those tangents a little bit. It's so funny because I actually got fired. My first job at Burger King, I actually got fired. I was 14. And, just, fucking around in school or whatever. I got this bullshit Burger King job. And I was saving up money to get a PlayStation. It was the PlayStation 1. And at the time, I think, yeah, it was a PlayStation 1. And I was trying to get, what was out? I think it was like Gran Turismo or something like that. And I was just, I was like, okay, I'll work there for like a month or some bullshit. And just my mom wanted me to get some work experience or some shit. Well, anyway, there was a girl who worked there, and she had to be, looking back on it, she had to be like 21, 22. And in hindsight, she was one of those girls that, didn't know what the fuck she was doing. She just had a little small-ass job. But she was cute, and she had really big tits, right? So she had these, like, huge big tits. And, I'm young, and, when you're, like, 14, you get fucking hard, dude. Like, when you get hard at 14, you're, like, fucking hard. Like, it hurts. You know what I'm saying? You guys remember that? When you're 14 and you get hard and it fucking hurts? So, anyway, my job was to wash dishes, and I just washed the trays and shit, and I'd go in the lobby and pick up the trays. Sometimes I would work drive-through if they were short. So there was one time, I was in the back cleaning the trays and shit. And, she come around and, that little loose-ass bra she'd wear. And just her tits bouncing everywhere. And I was like, man, you got some big fucking titties. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking I'm fucking playing around. You know what I'm saying? I'm just fucking playing around. You got big titties. I'm letting you know you got some big fucking tits. She goes and tells the fucking manager, dude, that I told her she's got big tits. And, they fired me. They called my mom. And they said I was sexually harassing other employees. And I'm so fucking embarrassed, man, because, your parents, at that age, your parents don't think that you talk like that. You know what I'm saying? My parents think I'm a good boy and I'm going to class doing my shit. They don't know that I'm, talking about tits and stuff like that. So it was a shock to them. They, the manager's like, oh my God, your boss called here and you're talking about breasts at the workplace. Like all, just so straight and. So it was just one of those learning experiences. But yeah, man, I got fired from my first job from Burger King because I pointed out an obvious fact, dude, that a chick had big fucking tits, and I told her, hey, man, you got some big fucking tits. And, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So I didn't end up saving enough money. After that job, I went and got a job at a place called Star Theater. It's in Southfield, Michigan, picking up trash and shit like that. And I ended up saving up money. And I didn't buy the PlayStation. I ended up buying a Dreamcast. And eventually down the road, I went back and bought a PS1 just because it had gotten so cheap or whatever. But I ended up buying a Dreamcast first. But yeah, man, there was some big ass fucking tits, man. There was some big ass fucking tits. Yeah, looking back on it, yeah, those some big ass fucking tits. I tried to look her up, man. I tried to look her up because I still remember her name, man. She had that, you know, that kind of effect on me, man. Because you know, you guys know what I'm talking about. Just one of those short girls with those big fucking knockers. You know what I'm saying? And everywhere she goes, she can't hide anything. You know, she wears a sweatshirt, and everybody can see she's got big fucking tits. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only reason guys, you know, walk up to them. You know, if you're one of those girls, you know, that's the only reason guys fuck with you is because you got big tits. You wear a sweatshirt, you wear a dress, you can't wear practically any t-shirts. Everywhere you go, everybody looks at your fucking tits. You know, every guy walks up to you is, you know, for one reason, they want to motorboat your fucking ass. You know? She was one of those girls. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna give her info because I'm following her right now on Facebook. But I haven't gotten a chance to go back up there and smash that. And she's in a perfect situation too right now. She's, you know, she's in between, you know, her baby daddy and another guy. You know what I'm saying? Money's kind of low, and you know, a nigga like me can come up in there with a situation and say, hey, you know, let me make things a little bit better for you, but you know, you mind if you let me suck your tits? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know y'all do that shit too. What's going on? Donzel, let me see here. The original GTA was for... Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Let me see here. Man, let me pull up some gold plays real quick, man, because I don't want to get off the air before we have some more gold plays. Because I'm not sure how serious this is, but man, now we're about to touch 9 on gold. And what's crazy is that it's actually holding, so I want to do a real quick screen for gold real quick. And I'm about to do that right now. Under $1, gold plays. Micro cap, mid cap, large cap, doesn't matter. And basic materials, gold and silver. Let's see. Okay, first let me find the let me see, under $10 a share then. 19 stocks. Okay. All right, so we about to pull this up real quick. All right, so what do I get here? AKG, which is up 21%. AKG, which is up 21%. AKG is up 21% in the last 5 days. AKG Asanko Gold. AKG is the ticker for that. AKG, not bad. What else do we have? CDE, a little bit pricey. Codor Mining, $1 billion valuation, but this stock is up 10% in the last 5 days. All right, because I like stocks that are already up, because if you get a stock that's kind of already up and it's already been in kind of a positive momentum a day or two before a huge spike, you're going to have a really aggressive move. You're going to have an even really aggressive move. You know, very rarely will you see like a down and then all of a sudden the commodity does well, it won't respond as aggressively. Endeavor Silver, how do we forget about this one? EXK has been one of those winners in the past. EXK has been a winner in the past. Endeavor Silver, EXK, as we can see here on the chart, it's been one of those stocks that can spike up really aggressively. I played EXK in the past, and it can do some things once the trajectory starts moving. As you can see here at the beginning of the year, gold and silver rose, and then after Trump got elected, they lost almost 20% of their value. Yeah, EXK was a big winner earlier in the year. All right. What else? Eldorado Gold Corp, EGO. Eldorado Gold Corp, 342. EGO. Here's another one I'll put on the list as well. EGO. EXK, got that one. What else? Goldfields Limited. That's an ADR. I'm not feeling that one. Which is this? I think this is pretty expensive stock though. Let me see. This doesn't really. Oh, it's okay. 9 million in volume. That's pretty decent volume. Hecla Mining. Hecla Mining is a pure gold company. Hecla Mining. This is a pretty big one too. It's got a decent following. $2 billion market cap. $2 billion market cap. 557 right now. Ticker symbol HL. HL. Ticker symbol HL. Beta is low. Okay. Let me see here. What else do we have? Wow, this one's up pretty huge. IAG responding well to these trends. IAG, IM Gold, up 22%. Up 22% over the last 5 days. IAG, look at that trend. Okay, not bad. Not bad for IAG. We've been sleeping on this one here. Look at that one. IAG on the 23rd, 2 days before Christmas, we were talking at $3.30. We're up almost $1 a share just from 2 days before Christmas. IAG is something we should be watching permanently if it's moving like that. And gold hasn't been moving that aggressively for that stock, so that's got to be pretty low float there. IAG. What else is up pretty big? MUX. So MUX 20% over the last 5 days. We've talked about that one. This one 14%. NGD. This is an old spiker for us as well. NGD also was NGD's been a very aggressive stock, and it was pretty aggressive earlier in the year too, as you can see here. Yeah, this was a mover earlier in the year as well. And again, as you can see, after the election of Donald Trump here in November, you have a very aggressive move lower as people moved into securities and out of commodities. But again, with talk of the Federal Reserve looking to cool down the market, then you see money coming back into commodities. And again, this is a short-term move. This is not sustainable unless we start seeing the Federal Reserve start actually acting on what they're saying. Jay, I'm using TradingView. NGD. That's the ticker for this one. NGD, I think up 14%. It is actually up 14% over the last couple of days. What else do we have here? NAK, man, we forgot about that. NAK, our old friend NAK. You guys remember NAK? NAK, another very, very aggressive stock. NAK up 36% over the last month. Over the last month, NAK is up 36% over the last 30 days. NAK. This has been one of the biggest gainers for 2016. The stock was up for 2016 NAK was up 618% for 2016. In fact, let's do the, here's the 1 year chart to be exact. So NAK started 2016. NAK started 2016 at 28 cents a share. 28 cents a share NAK, and ended the year, up almost $2. That's a huge return. I mean, obviously you don't know how the future looks like for anything, but NAK, a company that was down and out, and I don't know how they turned things around or what's been going over there, but huge return for any investor in NAK. Again, started the year at 28 cents or 18 cents, one of those. NAK. All right. What else do we have here? I want to just give some tickers, some tickers we can look at tomorrow. Again, when you wake up in the morning, just make sure that gold is still hot. Just make sure gold is still hot. And preferably, it's going to work even better if the futures are down too. If futures are down and gold is higher, then you're really going to get a move. You're going to really get a move. Nova Gold as well. NG Nova Gold. Nova Gold. It's a little bit of a slower, but slower one. 459 on Nova Gold, ticker symbol NG. But another great stock under $5 you guys can look at. Let me see here. Silver Standard Resources. SSRI. Yeah, 1 million shares floating on SSRI. This is another one that can be quite aggressive. This is a 1 year chart, by the way. This is a 1 year chart. Very aggressive move. Went to 6 to 16. From 6 to 16, that's an insane. Actually, 5. What was that? No, they can go lower. 378. Went from $3.78 to $15 in about 6 months. That's a huge return. And we're talking about SSRI, 1 million shares traded. And that's where I'm looking to stick to. I'm looking to stick at stocks over 1 million shares traded, because that's where we're going to get some serious move here. And this is not a cheap stock, by the way. It's about almost $10 a share, but it's up 75% over the last 20. It was up a lot higher than that, but it gave a lot of it back toward the end of the year. This is a nice one that we've talked about here. AUI, Yamana Gold, AUI, 13 million shares traded. Very liquid stock that trades during the day. I foresee this making a pretty good move. It's a $3 stock right now. Very liquid. 13 million shares traded daily. Gold and silver play, AUI. I would watch that as well. There's a stock that Bat Scientist called about earlier. I think like 2 days ago. BAA Banroad. This is the Congolese gold company. The one thing I don't like about the stock, it has a lot of volume. Don't get me wrong, it has a lot of volume. It's 19 cents a share, dirt cheap. I think it could definitely do something tomorrow, but it's got quite a bit of float. But at 19 cents a share, I think that can be picked up, and we can see a huge move in that in this stock tomorrow. BAA. So BAA is my one to watch tomorrow at 19 cents a share. It is very liquid. It does move very aggressively when you do have a big open on gold. All right, but when gold isn't doing so well, it moves very aggressively south. That's the problem with this stock. But BAA overall, though, dirt cheap stock, 19 cents a share, and it's well positioned for a nice spike tomorrow if gold really does stay open and open good. All right, BAA. Isaac, yes, GSS is another one. Desert Edge, you said gold is at 1,200 now? Let's see here. Gold's at 1,200. Oh, okay. We could probably get to 1,200. I don't know. We'll see. It's only 11 o'clock, man. Other places in the world are moving right now. And the S&P futures are still down. So as long as S&P futures still look down, the dollar's still low, right? Because you need a cheap dollar for gold to continue to run higher. Gold can't really run alongside an increasing dollar and then increasing price of gold. The dollar has to be losing value for gold to be increasing value. All right. I've never seen a situation where the dollar was higher and gold was higher at the same time. Typically, the dollar is losing value and gold is increasing in value, or gold is decreasing in value and the dollar is increasing in value. Okay? Because that just makes sense. You know, people leave the dollar to go to gold, or leave, guaranteed low gains in gold to move into an aggressive market-based, gain in the dollar. All right? Because they think they can get more in the economy. All right. I think we got some good plays out here that I can put out. Yeah, I got some good plays out here we can wrap the show up with. So again, guys, we'll be back tomorrow to see what happens with tomorrow. Hopefully, I honestly hopefully believe that the market's going to open up, really, really aggressively in gold. It probably is going to have a down day in the SPY, which is fine with me because, I'll be playing to the downside. And looking for, overbought situations on a down end on these ETFs. In fact, where is consumer? Let me see here. The S&P retail ETF is one I'm watching all the time too. All right, so that actually rose today. All right. Let's see, maybe if that gives that back tomorrow. Yes, indeed. Yeah, man. NAK. So let me go ahead and put our tickers in there. If you haven't already seen them. You said wrap the show up with Oprah's titties. They're hilarious. But yeah, those are our plays for tomorrow. A couple of gas plays, but mostly, a lot of gold. A lot of gold on there. Obviously, we gave some other ones that I think I didn't add on there, but I'm looking at gold tomorrow. If that's the real catalyst, I think you can have an opportunity to make some good money, if you catch those gains. Be careful, though, because I think sometimes people can get too excited and they can overextend themselves. You don't want to catch it too high because we don't know how long this can last. There was a day not too long ago, maybe 2.5 weeks ago, where oil opened up huge. And what happened was, in fact, I'll pull up the chart. And me and Connor, we went back over and looked at what did we do wrong. And what did we do wrong on the trade. And I want to go back here. Let me see. I want to go back into, it wasn't even a month ago. Yes, it was about a month ago now. But there it is right here. But oil opened up really huge. It opened up really, really aggressively. And it got to a situation where it almost oversold itself, overbought itself. And we ended up going green to red, heavily red. So that was very, very interesting over the course of 2 days what had happened with a decent company, WLL, which has recovered it all back. I mean, it made it all back. But sometimes it's weird where, you have a stock that's, has a commodity that goes bonkers. Everybody gets excited, and then all of a sudden the market's like, nah. This is too high now. It starts selling, and then the selling becomes contagious, and it doesn't stop. And that's exactly what happened here. So if you catch it, great. But just be careful and don't end up overbought. All right. I posted it right here. We just posted it right here. And thank you Trading Jedi for his calls too. Appreciate that, Trading Jedi. Yeah, I know I didn't add in that HL, the IAG, or HL. I think I didn't add in the HL. But good stuff there. All right. So let me get up out of here so you guys can Spend time with your family and friends and whatnot. Good show tonight. Shout out to everybody who called up. I'll be back here tomorrow. Same time, same place. Shout out to everybody again who called up. All the people in the chat room, man. Thank you for joining me on another great episode 102. I'll be back here tomorrow and Friday. So, yes indeed. Zach Furman, T-Man, Londale Carter. Let me see here. Londale Carter, thank you so much for joining me, man. I appreciate you for joining me in the chat room. Who else is in here? Desert Edge, thank you. Geeky Trader, Zach Farm, Astro Consciousness, Michael B, Three Hooks, appreciate it, man. Thank you for joining me. GM Knight, Jay Copeland. What are some casualties for gold to rise in value? Well, the economy has to start slowing down. If the economy starts slowing down, you'll start seeing an increase in gold prices. All right, but until you see that, then it's all stocks. StarCraft, appreciate it, man. What's the best place to look for info on gold? I don't know of a central location yet. I'm sure there are a lot of little fan sites on there you can look up. You know, maybe just even Google gold information. But places like, you know, CNBC and all those things, they do a decent enough job by following those trends. Isaac R, Trading Jedi as always. Thank you, man. Grown man, appreciate it, grown man. Thank you for joining me, man. Joel Flores, man. Mr. Flores himself in the building. ACV, Donzel, Jimmy Velasquez. Thank you for joining me, man. Daily Trader. Appreciate it for joining me, man. Zion Scoping. Who else is in here? Big Shag, of course, man. Charles Page. What's good, Charles? Money Stay Woke. Steven Sutherland. Thank you so much, man. 1200 gold. Desert Edge, you really believe 1200 gold is the reality? Could very well be, man. Could very well be. Thank you for joining me, Cadillac Mac. Thank you for joining me. Travi, good night. Thank you so much. And by the way, the Discord room. If you're new, this is your first time joining us, join me in the Discord room. That's a place where if you got any questions when the show is not in session, you can go in the Discord room. There'll be more than enough people in there to help you out. So join everybody there. Cali Girl, thank you. Chevy Nova, thank you. Good night, everybody. Till tomorrow. Be safe. Happy trading, everyone. See you guys tomorrow night.